Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is figures of speech, part 1. So let us learn the definition of figures of speech. Meaning: a figure of speech is a creation of special effect by the poet to create or draw attention of the reader. Now let us understand this definition a little bit. Poet writes or frames a sort of words in such a mannerism that it creates the attention of the reader, that the reader is tended or the reader think why this thing is being written by poet. This is considered as figures of speech. There are total 26 figures of speech. We shall learn the meaning of it and try to understand it through various examples. So let us quickly begin. The first one is simile. Definition of it is: direct comparison is made between two unlike objects which have at least one common point. Words like or as are used for comparison. Now this is the first figure of speech which we are learning. So over here there are two unlike objects. There is no common point between them. Okay, those two are different things, but still there is comparison made between them, or at least they have one common point. That is considered as simile. And if you want to recognize whether this figure of speech is simile, you have two words to recognize. The first one is like and the second one is as. So let us go through the examples. First one: our soldiers are as brave as lion. Now over here we don't have one comparison, we have two comparisons being made. The first one is that our soldiers are brave, and the second comparison is our soldiers are as brave as lion. So soldiers are not only compared with their bravery, but they are also compared with lions. And over here you can see on your screens that there are underlined two words which are as and as. The second example: her face ashen like that of corpse. Now over here you can see that word like is being underlined, which means it is simile. And over here there is a comparison made between it. The first one is her face ashen. Ashen means it is pale or colorless, and it is being compared with whom? With a corpse. Corpse means a dead body. Yes, so a comparison is being made between them. Next one is: I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon. So over here comparison is done between her, it means a lady, and a winter's white moon. Okay, I hope you have understood it. Now let us move to the second figure of speech, metaphor. Definition: implied simile means it is opposite to simile. Indirect comparison is made between two unlike objects where comparison is taken for granted. Okay, so it is opposite to simile. Over here there are two indirect things or two opposite things. Okay, and still they are compared with each other, or we can say in a manner that comparison is taken for granted. The first one is the merry children spilling out of their home. Now over here merry children means happy children, spilling out means coming out. Now spilling and merry children, over here we don't have any sort of similarity between them, but still these two things are written in one single line as a way of comparison, so it is called metaphor. The second example is: some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Now over here, as you all know, that fire and ice are two opposite or contradictory things, but still they are used over here in way of comparison. So this is, we can say, metaphor. With black stripes on yellow ground. Okay, now over here we can say black stripes indicates some animal in yellow ground. Now there is no comparison done between them. Yes, so there is a indirect comparison, but still they are compared. It means it is metaphor. Over here in third figure of speech, we are talking about an animal, tiger, but you can see that how it is being expressed by the poet. Yes, black stripes on yellow ground. Now the body cannot be ground, but still it is compared in that mannerism. The third figure of speech we have personification, meaning when non-living and abstract notion are given human quality is called personification. When any non-living thing is given human quality, like kindness, okay, is considered as personification. Let us go through examples. The first one is, I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. Now over here it symbolizes ball. Now ball is a non-living thing. Okay, ball cannot move until we move it. So over here ball is given human quality of merrily bouncing. Merrily means happily and bouncing means jumping. Now happily, bouncing or jumping, these all are human qualities which is given to whom? To it. It means ball. Okay, the second example is to where it bent it under growth. Over here bent, it is a quality of human beings. Yes, and over here a road is given. Okay, so the road is given a human quality of bending. If you have learned the road not taken by Robert Frost, this example is taken from that which is included in your 9th standard textbook. Okay, the next one is the wind blows out weak fire. Okay, so over here weak is a human quality which is given to the wind. Okay, so over here wind or fire, it means those two are non-living things which are being put forward, but still a human quality of weakness is given to them. The fourth one is apostrophe, meaning a direct address is made to non-living thing and inanimate objects as if they are able to understand and are present in the situation. Now over here non-living things, okay, we can say like this, poet is talking or directly addressing the non-living thing. This is known as apostrophe. We will have an example, wind comes softly. Now the poet is directly communicating or trying to talk with wind, that wind come softly. So over here wind being a non-living thing or non-living object has been directly called. So this is known as apostrophe. The next example is twinkle twinkle little stars, how I wonder what you are. You all might have memorized this poetry. So over here the poet is talking directly to stars. So this is apostrophe. The next one is death be not proud though some have called thee. Over here thee means God. So the poet is directly talking to death, that death you are not supposed to be proud of yourself. Now we cannot directly communicate and talk with death. So this is called apostrophe. Fifth one is alliteration. The meaning, repetition of consonant sounds, especially in beginning of the word, is said to be alliteration. Okay, so when initial letters are being repeated, it is known as alliteration. Where first or second letters in words are repeated or their consonant sounds. We'll have our first example. We can print and plow and weave and heat. Now over here you can see that consonant sound P is repeated in words like print and plow. So that P is being repeated. So when letters are being repeated, it is known as alliteration. Second example, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Now over here, the consonant sound ST is being repeated in the words stairs and stars. ST in stairs and stars. So this becomes alliteration. Third example, his strength behind the bars. Over here, consonant sound B is being repeated in words like behind and bars. B is being repeated. So this becomes alliteration. Remember students one thing, that alliteration means only first letters of the words, first or second letters of the words are being repeated. The sixth one is repetition. Meaning, repetition of words and phrase to increase the musical effect of the poem. Okay, now if you want to know sing something, repetition could be really very helpful. Here words are being repeated. First example is, remember, no men are strange, no country foreign. So over here you can see that no and no is being repeated. The next one is, and all I did was smile and smile and smile. So over here we have two words which are being repeated. One is smile. Smile is repeated thrice. 3 times it is being repeated. And then we have words and, which is repeated twice. So that is repetition. Third one is, far, far from the gusty waves these children's faces. Now over here far and far is being repeated for poetic effect or for musical effect also we can say. Seventh one is tautology. Meaning, unnecessary use of words or ideas which do not add to the meaning but repeat it. Or we can say similar meaning words are being used, or we can say synonyms also. So over here we can say that repetition of words are being made, or we can say similar words are being repeated by different contexts. Through example we would understand it much better. The first one is, and fat worm are waiting for the dawn bright lawn. Now over here words like dawn and bright both means morning itself. Dawn also means morning, and in morning we have brightness. So dawn and bright means the same. So when unnecessarily one thing is being repeated through different words, it is known as tautology. The second example is, shout it, shout it, shout it loud. Now over here we can see, or we can say like this, over here we have repetition also and tautology also. Why repetition? Because words are being repeated. And why tautology? Because unnecessarily it is being used. Now if we are shouting, automatically it is going to be loud. We all know. Yes. So shout and loud, it means similar meaning. The next one is, I want to live while I am alive. Now over here words live and alive have the similar meaning, to live. Yes, but still for the poetic effect or to repeat the ideas, the writer writes in this form which is known as tautology. Eighth one is litotes. It is not litotus, it's litotes. Meaning, use of negation to convey a positive meaning. Words like no, not and never are used in it. Now, if we want to remember litotes, how can we remember it? Wherever you see in poetic lines no, not or never, automatically it should signal you that this is litotes. So let us go through the examples. The first one is, remember no men are strange, no countries foreign. So over here the word no is being repeated, which means negations. But this indicates in a positive meaning that none of the person is strange and none of the person or country is foreign for us. Second one is, and sorry, I could not travel both. Over here, word not indicates negation, but still it conveys a positive meaning that the writer cannot travel both the roads, but at least one definitely he would travel. Third example is, the ice cream was not too bad. Now over here, not means negative word, but still it has a positive meaning that the ice cream was good enough. Ninth one is euphemism, meaning unpleasant idea of death or something which is bad, but the thing is spoken in a pleasant manner. When sometimes there is indication of death or something which is bad, but still you can see something positive or it is being said in a positive manner, is considered as euphemism. The first example over here is, no motion has she now no force. Now over here when we read the sentence, no motion, no force, it indicates that she, the girl, is dead. But it is being said in a pleasant manner. It is not directly being said that the girl is dead or that the girl is no more. Yes, but it is said that no motion has she now no force. So something regarding death is being said in a pleasant manner. The next example is, he has passed away. Now passed away means that the person is dead, but still it is being said in a positive manner. Third example is, she is between the job. Now over here, between the job means she is still unemployed. Now we cannot directly say to someone that the person is unemployed or the person is not having the job. But this is said much more in a positive context or in a positive reference actually to be said. That she is between the job means she is unemployed or she is not having job. So this is something bad, but still it is being said in a pleasant manner. 10th one, this is antithesis, meaning where opposite words are used within the sentence for poetic effect is called antithesis. Opposite words, one of the easiest figures of speech we can say. First example, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Over here the opposite word caged means prison and the opposite of prison is freedom. See, two opposite words are used together. I will arise and go now for always, night and day. So over here we have opposite words, night and day. Third example, my cakes that seems too small to eat and yet too large to give away. So over here we have opposite word, small and large. Next one is onomatopoeia. Definition, use of words which produce sound or echo for poetic effect is called onomatopoeia. Whenever you see something ringing, sound is coming out, this is considered as onomatopoeia. First example, the buzzing bee flew away. Now over here, the buzzing sound of bee, which is that comes out of bee, that buzzing sound indicates noise or sound or echo, which is called as onomatopoeia. Second one is, and the murmuring of innumerable bees. Now murmuring means a person or a thing which is very minutely or slowly speaking out something is known as murmuring. And over here that sound is being produced. The third one is, ding dong, the bells are gonna ring. Now over here, ding dong, it means sound. So this is onomatopoeia. 12th one, interrogation. Definition. Question is asked not for the sake of getting answer, but to create a poetic effect is called interrogation. Okay, a question is being asked, but the objective of question is not to get answer, but simply to create an atmosphere like that. First one is, would you call a friend from half across world? So this is just a mere question being put forward in the poem, or you can easily remember this like wherever you find question mark at the end of the poem line, this is called interrogation. Second example, what is he to do? Now over here we are not asking question with reference of getting answer, but this is just to create a poetic effect. And one more important thing which you have observed, over here what is being repeated twice, so this means this is repetition also. Third one, who do you think you are acting that way? So over here also at the end you can see a question mark, so this means it is an interrogation as a figure of speech. 13th one, that is exclamation. Use of exclamatory form to draw attention. Here exclamation mark is used. The simplest one, yes, that wherever you find exclamation point or mark is considered as exclamation. The first example, oh my god, what a brilliant catch. Over here you can see that there are two exclamation marks being used. Second example, how sad it is to cry alone. So over here we have an exclamation mark at the end. We will serve you 24 hours a day. Now this becomes also an exclamation. Okay, so this is all for today. Okay, we'll be discussing other figures of speech in the next upcoming video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. If you are having any doubts or queries, you can comment in the comment box.